Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and we are back with another episode of what every cruiser wants. And yep, these people have taken their time to write in these crazy comments about what they think needs to be changed in cruising, and it's to suit them. Now they're going to say everyone, that people agree with them. But I have to ask, do people really agree with some of this stuff? But I will let you guys decide for yourselves. And today, we're going to start off with dogs. That's right. You wouldn't necessarily think that we would be talking about dogs and cruising, but today we are going to be talking about dogs and cruising. Because it is true, you may occasionally see one of our four-legged friends on board a cruise ship. And I personally have seen a service dog on board a cruise ship. Now, when we talk about dogs on cruise ships, of course, we are talking about service dogs, fully registered and licensed service dogs. We're not talking about somebody in their emotional peacock here, but service dogs. Now, service dogs will always be allowed on board cruise ships. They are required to be allowed on board cruise ships. But according to this person, they don't think that they should be. Elaine on the CC boards is correct when she says Carnival must do more. Just saying that there are people who have allergies to dogs. Service animals are a danger to us. Can you confirm that all service dogs have to be the type that are hypoallergenic? Is a full 100% refund given if we discover a service dog on my cruise? My cruise details are blank. Also, what about this drug sniffing dogs? Why should we have to have these on a cruise if we are allergic? This is getting ridiculous now. Please respond as a matter of some high priority. All right, so let's break this comment down. And I personally want to start with the part where we say service dogs are a danger to us all. So I would be curious to know how many dangerous situations or maybe how many attacks have been done by service dogs over the years. Now, these are highly trained animals, and I've personally never seen a problem with a service dog, but maybe there's this, underground thing where service dogs attack people. You guys will have to let me know, but I'm curious to know, what danger does this service dog present to you? Are service dogs hypoallergenic? No. Are you going to be given a 100% refund because there is a service dog on the ship? No. And service dogs are everywhere. You see them in grocery stores. You see service dogs in restaurants. You can see service dogs walking in the park. And I understand that people are allergic to dogs. I mean, very much understand that. But you cannot make service dogs go away. Nor can you expect a cruise line to accommodate you because you don't want service dogs there. But you guys let me know what you think. Should a passenger, if they get on board a cruise ship and are allergic to dogs, should they be given a 100% refund because there is a service dog on board? Do you feel that service dogs are a danger to cruise passengers? You guys let me know in the comments below what you think about service dogs on cruise ships. So, comment number 2. Now, we have had this particular comment, not this exact comment, but similar comments like this come up in the past. And honestly, I don't understand why it bothers you. You're on a cruise, you're on a vacation, you're there to have fun. Your room steward is going to learn your name, your wait staff is going to learn your name in the main dining rooms, other crew members will learn your name, and they're going to call you by your name. So yep, when I go to my cabin at night, afternoon, I happen to come across my room steward. All the time I get, hey Chris, hey Mr. Chris. That's usually, I get a whole lot of Mr. Chris. And no matter how many times it happens, I'm still astounded that the crew members can actually remember people's names week after week. That is a lot of people and a lot of names, yet they do it each and every time. But for this comment, they don't want to be addressed by their first name. It's the fact that they are addressed by their first name is their problem. Like I said, we've heard this before, but you're on vacation. Why are you stressing this? Second cruise with Carnival completed. Both have been on the Mardi Gras. We are both from St. Petersburg. I have one gripe. When the staff would bring me a drink or entree, they would call me by my first name. Is there an option to not be called by one's first name other than by not cruising? Can Carnival add a spot where you make the booking on how you would like to be addressed? I think everyone would applaud that to happen. Now, while they didn't say how they wanted to be addressed in this comment, I assume they want to be called Mr. or Mrs. and then the last name, whatever the case may be, since they don't want to be addressed by their first name. And I'll say this much, look, if you were cruising out on the fun ships, which is what Carnival calls themselves, and you don't like being called by your first name, you don't want the crew member to say, here's your drink, sir, here's your drink, Chris. Yeah, how was your day in port today, Mr. Chris? Whatever the case may be, then Carnival is probably not the cruise line for you. Maybe an ultra luxury type cruise, one of those more high-end type cruises, may be the better choice for you if you don't want to be addressed by your first name. Then of course, you know that last line, they think that everyone would applaud if this was to happen and they were to stop being called by their first name. So let's throw this question out again. So you're out on a cruise and one of the crew members calls you by your first name. Are you offended? Are you upset? Do you want to run down to guest services or write in a comment to a cruise line to let them know that that needs to be changed, that you should be addressed formally? Or are you like me and you're just amazed that the crew members can remember all of our names and that you are on vacation and a stick up the rear is not required? And finally, cruise slogans. Now, for whatever reason, Carnival's cruise slogan really apparently bothers this person because they took the time to write this very long comment about Carnival and their cruise slogan. So let's take a look at this one. Has the time not come for Carnival to stop using the word fun over and over again? It is torture. Hearing the egotistical cruise directors constantly using the F word in everything they say. The more I think about this, it seems like Carnival Cruise Line's marketing department has gone way overboard on the use of the word fun, fun times, fun ship. Even their POS system has fun in it. Personally, I think it's too much and has become more like something used for Chuck E. Cheese. Look at what blank and blank Carnival's main rivals, who do not need a slogan. Don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of Carnival. I've got my number 5 coming up in a mere 27 days, but the F word has to stop. It is unnecessary and it is getting very stale. Be warned that something described as fun are by definition usually the exact opposite and triggers so many customers and more importantly, potential Carnival customers. All right, now where do we even start with this one? Yes, Carnival Cruise Lines, they are known as the fun ships. They promote themselves as the fun ships. They have fun squads, fun times. They do like the word fun. Now this person says they are a fan of Carnival, but I gotta wonder, the egotistical cruise directors and their use of the word fun is going to trigger customers and affect potential future customers? I don't know about all that. And of course, you know, Carnival's main rivals, well, they don't need slogans. So let's think here real quickly. Royal Caribbean, I would consider them one of Carnival's main rivals. Royal Caribbean doesn't have a slogan? They don't have any taglines? Well, I thought, well, let's look this up, right? Because according to them, they don't have any. So let's look at the handy dandy internet and let's see what it says. Royal Caribbean taglines and slogans. This is more than a cruise, way more than a cruise, get out there, and where extraordinary happens. But Royal Caribbean, one of their main rivals, doesn't have a slogan? Interesting. Now, while other cruise lines may not use theirs as much as Carnival does, I'll give that. Carnival really takes their slogan to the next level. But all of the cruise lines have a slogan. All of the cruise lines have a tag. And honestly, at the end of the day, look, if you don't want to hear the word fun while you're out on one of Carnival's fun ships, choose another cruise line and I bet you won't hear it. But like always, you guys let me know what you think. Are you sick and tired of Carnival's use of the word fun? When they use the word fun, are you triggered and maybe feel like you were at Chuck E. Cheese? Or are you simply out there enjoying your cruise? And you chose the fun ships because you wanted the fun. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below about this comment. And that's going to be our video today for what every cruiser wants, where they come on, they write comments, and they let you know exactly what needs to change because they know how everyone wants to cruise. Well, I hope everyone has enjoyed today's video. If you have, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps the channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day and a really awesome weekend. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.